Hey y'all, I'm Elisa.
And I'm a skeptic.
And welcome to Watch for Deer. What a busy week, y'all. How is it already Thanksgiving week? Like, I can't comprehend this.
I'm pretty sure that Thanksgiving is this Thursday, right?
It is this Thursday.
Okay,
so this episode is actually going to drop on Tuesday.
How is that possible, though, that it's Thanksgiving when November started yesterday?
I know. I feel the same way. So, wanted to say we have some viewers here in the basement with us. So, if you hear them giggling, it's just, the husbands.
And if you don't hear them, then we've done a real crappy job.
Yeah. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this turns out. We've never recorded in front of an audience, so this is going to be kind of fun. So, I haven't even started decorating for Christmas. Have you?
Why would you? It's not even Thanksgiving. Don't be that person.
No, but I like to decorate outside when it's warm.
No.
Like, I'm ready.
No,
I'm usually almost completely done with decorating and Christmas shopping, and I haven't done either.
So what has happened with me since my kids have gotten older is I don't get the warm fuzzies for Christmas anymore. I actually dread it. Even though I still have them here, like I miss the kids opening the presents early, being excited, and all of the good stuff that comes with having children at Christmas time. I miss that.
Okay, well, that's depressing.
I don't find it. So you can call me the Grinch.
Okay.
Maybe in the intro I should have said that we were drinking.
Yeah, and you're Scrooge.
Because we're drinking wine. I should have said, and I'm the Grinch.
And you're Scrooge.
So let's talk about, real fast, I would like to talk about how pretty your nails are.
Oh, thank you.
So,
thank you. Aren't they super cute?
Yeah, and you were telling me that you got fungus.
I did get a fungus. Wow.
So I've got. So before we started recording, I wanted to tell you my fungus story because I'd never got a nail fungus before.
Oh, it's not fun.
So what happened to me is I was kayaking with some friends, and I was in the middle of the lake, and one of the paddles, had popped a nail off, and when it did, it was green underneath my nail, and I didn't know what it was, and I panicked. Like, when I say I panicked, like I really didn't know. Like I thought my finger was going to fall off. So I got back on land and went directly to get a manicure, and I was like, "What is this? What?" And she was like, "It's a fungus. It'll be okay." But it wasn't okay, and it's very scary. So I feel for you having a nail fungus.
Yeah. So I had to pop them off. I had to, file off the fungus, which happens with press on. It happens with acrylic. It's just where the nail doesn't get a good seal.
It gets water underneath.
It gets water, and it gets like this green fungus. So I had to pop them off.
Well, it really did scare me because I do I have the donkey and the goats and the chickens and stuff. So like if it's not a good seal, it may not have been water underneath mine. It could have been like, well, I'll just go ahead and tell you, it could have been a poo. Right.
Or a pee.
It could have been anything because I have my hands in so much stuff, which I do wear gloves, and I don't keep acrylics anymore because of that. Yeah. So my hands are real janky. But like it really bothered me that the seal around it had broken. I felt disgusting I actually still feel nasty about it.
Yeah, it was pretty gross. So I had to take a hiatus, but here we are. Cute little Thanksgiving nails.
So if there's any guys listening, you're welcome for that.
You're welcome. Education on acrylic nails.
Yeah.
So I did have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So a question to you and all of our listeners. When you're decorating for Christmas, mm-hmm. are you a real tree or are you a fake tree?
Oh, and I have the best real tree story.
I wanted to talk about what we use and the year that you had the one with big root balls.
Oh, that's what I want to talk about. I was obsessed with getting a tree one year, and I didn't just want a real tree. I wanted one with a root ball on it, and I had to have it. I had to have it.
Y'all remember that, don't you?
Yeah. So the guys remember, they're sitting here, and they remember that. But I was obsessed with it because I wanted
the worst Christmas ever.
I really wanted to bury it in my yard, mm-hmm. so I could actually have a Christmas tree outside to decorate, and I was so excited about it. When I tell you this thing weighed 1,000 pounds, and I had watered like it, you just couldn't get it in the house. It was a terrible idea. It was I had a full tree with all the roots in a burlap sack in my house for a month, and when we go to move it. Because a tree that you water, that's a real tree that you go to like a tree farm to get, or like you get it off the little brother's, little sister's lot, which I volunteered that, and you should get your tree there. It doesn't take as much water.
No.
So
Because it ain't got no roots.
This thing weighed 1,000. It weighed 1,000 pounds. It weighed 1,000 pounds. And when they got it out, we had the hole dug and everything. And I was so excited because I knew that next year I was going to get to decorate this beautiful tree outside. It died within a month. There was nothing there. So then we had to dig it back up and then get rid of it. Yeah. So
I think my favorite part of the story was watching all these guys try to poke this into your house.
It took 4 grown men. It took 4 grown men with everything they had to get this tree in the house.
And they still struggled.
Yeah. So don't do what I did. Don't
do the root ball. It's not worth it, guys. I promise. So that was just a little funny story. I was thinking about that the other day, and I was like, okay, we need to tell this story. So
I try not to think about that.
It was a good time. So today I brought a new story to you. Are you ready?
You know, I'm actually kind of excited about it.
Are you? You should be super excited about this.
I really am excited about it because what's happened, especially when we did the Mothman and Mammy Thurman, like I really enjoyed those stories.
Yeah, they're fun.
And I totally get why kids love it when teachers read to them, because I actually was laying in bed last night because I knew that we were going to record. And I got excited. I really got excited.
Oh, I'm not a good storyteller.
I don't know if you're a good storyteller or not, but I just really like.
Well, I've got words
maybe
for
you're
you.
okay. Maybe you're
I've
okay.
got words for you. The story I have for you today is going to be a really fun one. We're going to cover a topic in general.
Okay.
And it is I'm going to call it the Cryptids of West Virginia.
The Cryptids?
The Cryptids of West Virginia.
Are you pronouncing that wrong?
Sure am.
Okay.
Yep.
Spell it.
Saying that with Cryptids. Cryptids.
Okay.
Cryptids of West Virginia. And there's a special little boy in my life who actually went to CryptidCon today in, I think, Lexington or Louisville, Kentucky. So my nephew Aiden, hey buddy, he loves cryptids. So what cryptids are, they're like, it's like an animal whose existence or survival is disputed or unsubstantiated. So it's like the Mothman.
I was going to say like a unicorn.
It's like the unicorn.
Okay, so it's fairy tale.
Yeah, folklore. And after our Thunderbird Mothman chat, I was just kind of curious on what other fascinating monsters we have here in West Virginia. So I thought, why not dedicate a whole episode to our very own West Virginia cryptids? And I know you love these stories.
I do really love these stories.
You're a major skeptic when it comes to these, but
everything that's going to come out of your mouth is going to be a lie, but I'm super excited about hearing about it.
So, we both still kind of enjoy these stories. And with CryptidCon, being this weekend, and my nephew just loves these, and he draws his own little cryptids, and he's really good at it. So I thought this will be a fun one. So let's get started. So now there's special people out there who actually study these cryptids, and they are called cryptozoologists. So these are scientists that their job is strictly to try and track down evidence that either supports or debunks these creatures.
I don't even know. Really, there's people who this is their job.
They're cryptozoologists.
It's not a bunch of people. It's not some grown people in a basement eating Cheetos on a computer trying to. This is all right.
I mean,
to each their own. To each their own.
It's a job title.
Okay. I guess
cryptozoologist.
I would say that would probably be very fun.
Okay.
And very disappointing.
Now, we have already touched on one of our more famous cryptids here in West Virginia on episode 7, the Point Pleasant and the Cornstalk Curse. So if you have not listened to that one, go listen to it. We chatted briefly about where potentially the Mothman originated within the Shawnee tribe and their Thunderbird. So we're not going to dive in too much to the Mothman here just because we just covered that. So if you haven't listened, go check it out.
It's a whole episode.
It's a whole episode.
Do you want me to talk about how it's ridiculous? Or
well, I mean,
no,
we do talk about how it is ridiculous. Okay,
yep.
Are you ready?
Yep.
So let's learn about our first cryptid, the Grafton Monster. Have you heard of this one?
I have not.
I have not either. So really the only one that I had really heard of was the Mothman.
Okay.
So that's the one I'm most familiar with. and we're maybe 45 minutes to an hour away from Point Pleasant.
Something like that.
So that I feel like that one is just
I'm just far enough
local
from it to not believe it.
Okay. So, Grafton, West Virginia sits in Taylor County along the Taggart River and is about 25 miles south of Morgantown, West Virginia, and 20 miles east of Clarksburg, West Virginia. Now, remember Clarksburg? That's where our famous West Virginia serial killer's from.
You know what? I was just up there this week.
Did you?
I was just up at Clarksburg going to Morgantown.
I should have went with you. We could have seen his place.
I never even thought about that.
I hate you.
I never even thought about that. Like I wouldn't have went, but I'm actually glad I didn't think about that.
Please send your resumes to watchfordearpodcast@gmail.com.
Shut up. I was just there. I was just there Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I was just there.
We could have done a field trip. Jesus.
Okay. I'll be going back, so.
I'm highly disappointed in you.
You're going to have to get over it. Okay.
Back to Grafton. Grafton was created as a junction town for the Baltimore and Ohio railroads. Now, in its heyday, like many of our other West Virginia towns, it was known as a booming and bustling mining town. Here's a fun fact for you. One of Grafton's biggest claims to fame is that of the founding of our all well-known holiday, Mother's Day, in 1908.
Oh, really?
Did you know that? I did not
I didn't.
know that.
I mean, I knew that Mother's Day started in West Virginia.
Yeah, in Grafton. Yep.
But I didn't know it was in Grafton.
So Grafton was a small town, and not a lot of excitement was known then, maybe just like an occasional robbery or ornery teens. On June 16th of 1965, a reporter for the Grafton Sentinel, which is now known as the Mountain Statesman, by the name of Robert Cockrell, was on his way home after ending his shift at about 11 p.m. Now, Robert was driving along Riverside Drive along the Taggart River, and as he rounded the curve and came into a straight stretch of road that was about a mile long, his headlights kind of grazed and caught a glimpse of something very strange.
Can you tell me what year this is again?
This is in 1965.
Okay, go ahead.
Robert said he saw, quote, a huge white obstruction on the right side of the road, standing between the road and the riverbank on a cleared off section of grass.
Sure you did, Robert.
He quickly realized this wasn't an object, but some sort of thing that stood 7 to 9 feet tall and about 4 feet wide.
Elisa, 7 to 9 feet tall and 4 foot wide. That's a boulder. That's a boulder.
It was stark white. It had skin like that of a seal or like a catfish, just real smooth, not scaly, or a boulder. What are you laughing at?
I'm just shocked that. Just go on, because I bet nobody else saw it, did they?
Do you know what the most ironic thing about this beast was?
No.
Girl, it didn't have no head.
Boulders usually don't. They usually don't.
As Robert passed by this object, he could clearly tell that it was alive. So clearly it's not a boulder. The sight of the beast gave him cold chills all the way down his spine, and he floored the gas and got the heck out of there. Robert got home and went to barricade himself in his home, but he decided after the initial shock wore off, of course, he should probably go and investigate this because he was a reporter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I go ahead. I want to hear this next part.
A reporter.
Yeah, I want to hear the investigation part.
Not wanting to face this thing alone,
mm-hmm.
he called upon his friends, Jerry Morse and Jim Mauser, to go back and search for this thing with him.
I guarantee they had a case of Natty Light with them, too. I guarantee. Go ahead.
The monster, of course, was gone. Nothing was there except an impression in the grass where it had been standing. Now, they searched the riverbanks, up and down the road, but they found nothing else to confirm his sighting of this beast.
Is there pictures, like drawings?
Yes.
I know there's not pictures, but is there drawings of this, and you're going to put them on the website?
I absolutely will.
Okay.
There was no tracks, nothing. They couldn't find it. It was just kind of worn down where something had stood there.
Okay.
The next day, back at the office, he told his editor about the encounter, and they decided to release a write-up on this monster. This sent the town into what we like to call a media-fueled frenzy.
I love a good media-fueled frenzy.
So fun. While the newspaper had downplayed the sighting, gossip and rumor played it up. More than 100 teens and adults armed themselves and went out to hunt down this boulder.
It's a boulder. That's exactly right. I just want you to know that I'm actually doing an artist rendering right now of those three guys looking for this. So you can put this on the website.
Absolutely. I'm putting that. That's a fancy drawing.
This thing that they're holding says NL. That's for Natty Lot.
Okay.
So
I like it.
This is exactly what it looked like right there.
I'm going to post that.
You see it?
Yep. That's, I like it.
Okay.
We'll have to save it. I'll have to post it. Now, while searching along the riverbank, searchers reported hearing an odd, low whistling sound. More than 20 searchers reported seeing it, including people at the nearby stone quarry. More and more people began to flood the area monster hunting. Later, the Sentinel reported this was none other than a wildly imaginative story inspired by spring fever, lack of recreational facilities, and recent publicity given to a new monster, the Michigan monster in Michigan.
Is inspired by natural light.
And boulders.
And boulders.
Brought to you by Natty Light.
Brought to you by
Natty Light. The paper also suggested that it was a person pushing boxes on a push cart and bent over. Their posture had led to the odd shape that Robert had seen. Mm-hmm. You know, hunkered over, pushing a cart, no head, big, wide. There was a local woman who had been known to push boxes around town, so this was actually a logical guess.
Could you imagine being that woman? Okay. Could you imagine being that woman pushing boxes around town, and it was you, and you know it's you, and they describe you as 7 to 9 foot tall and 4 foot wide?
And no head?
I would not come out of hiding either. I'd be like, yep, that's what you saw. You saw a monster.
Kind of like 175 pounds and pudgy.
That hurt my feelings. That hurt my feelings. I actually went on a diet for like 2 weeks over that. For 2 weeks.
Oh, gosh.
And the button in my jeans is cutting me in two right now. But I had Cheetos earlier, and I'm happy about it.
And they were good.
So I do want to say one thing before you get started.
Yep.
I wrote this down. This is just a little tidbit for you. So that guy's name is Robert Cockrell. Mm-hmm. A cockerel is a young rooster. Continue.
Thank you, Chicken Lady of West Virginia.
That's it. I just wanted to tell you that. A cockerel is a young rooster.
Robert, in secret, continued to investigate what he had seen that night, and he was very adamant that it was not his imagination. So sure that what he seen was real, Robert had contacted UFO and paranormal Clarksburg researcher Gary Barker and told him of his encounter. Now, Gary came and sat with Robert for an interview and found the information about the whistling sound to be of some interest. Baker's theory was that when the U.S. would land on a planet that could potentially be, used for life, they would then release monkeys as an experiment on the surface before depositing actual humans. So Baker believed this could actually have been the same situation, only the UFOs landed. Robert heard the craft, the humming, the buzzing, and just ran into their experimental animal. So keep in mind, too, that this is 1964, and we are in, that space age time, Sputnik, to the moon. Mm-hmm. So I feel this is a very far-stretched theory for sure.
I 100% agree with you on that, Elisa.
Yeah, we deposited animals on other. No.
So the aliens are coming here and they're just letting stuff go here to check us out.
They're letting their dogs on our planet to make sure that it's safe for UFOs to come back and browse around. So, All right. So that was the Grafton Monster. Any other remarks about that one?
No, just
the boulder. It was a
so
boulder.
it kind of just dropped off after that ride.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a reason for that
because it wasn't real.
Because it wasn't real. Okay, tell me the next one.
Okay. Up next on our list is the more well-known to others, not me. Like I said, I'd never heard of this one, and I found this one. I'm gonna post pictures of all these too on Instagram, social media. This one looks really weird to me. Okay. So this is the Flatwoods Monster. Now, September 1st, 1952, while a small group of young boys were outside playing around dusk, they noticed a pulsing red light jet across the sky and crash onto a nearby farm. Now, Ed was 13. His brother Freddie was 12, along with their 10-year-old friend Tommy, had all been playing in the schoolyard together when they saw this. So when they seen this crash, the boys ran home to grab their mom, and then they all made a beeline for the farm where this object had landed. Now, on their way to the hill, there was a couple other boys from town that kind of joined in, and one of them had a little dog that kind of followed them around. Upon reaching the top of the hill at the crash site, Lemon used his flashlight to scan the area. There they could see a pulsing red light, and as he scanned the crash, he could see a man-like figure with a round red face surrounded by a pointed hood-like shape. And I'll post a picture of this on social media if you haven't seen it. Did you look it up?
That's what I'm doing right now.
Look it up and take a look. It's a really odd.
So I didn't know what it was named, but I've seen this before.
You've
like when you post it, people are going to recognize it.
You've seen the monster?
Not in real life.
Oh.
No, I've not seen the monster in real life.
No. Yeah,
no, Elisa. But I've seen these pictures before. I've seen several of them. Actually, that actually looks really familiar to me. You know, I do think that I was out feeding the chickens the other night.
And you've seen one?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Yes, I did. Did you know there's a Flatwoods Monster movie?
I did not. I bet it sucks.
I don't know if it sucks or not, but there's a movie.
So this creature, just imagine its head in the shape of a spade, and it has its face is red. It's got bright eyes. It's very, very tall with a very dark greenish, blackish color body. And it looks like it's got a hood up.
Yes. And it comes up, the spade part of it comes up to a big green hood. It's got a hood on. It almost
looks like an Aztec-y, a Aztec-y hieroglyphic, drawing or something.
No, it's not hieroglyphic, Elisa. It's hieroglyphic.
Whatever.
God.
Whatever. As the group stood in awe, the figure made a hissing sound and glided towards them. Now, that's when I would have checked out, gone, bye, Felicia, no thank you, see you later. When it hissed at me, we done.
I think anybody would really have checked out at that point.
Yes. No thank you.
If that happened and something, just like I said, the Mothman, he was flying beside the car and these people were going 100 miles an hour and it was keeping up with them. And I said, I would have died if that would have happened to me.
Oh, yeah.
But you know why people aren't checking out and just dropping dead of heart attacks? Because it's not real, Lisa. There you go.
Skeptic. Now, upon hearing this hiss, they began to smell a very pungent odor along with a fog-like mist. And shortly after, they all became very nauseous. Their nose and throats were so irritated. The dog that had accompanied them also became very agitated and ran off. Now, he was later found in town by a pile of vomit. It was reported the dog died soon after, and many of the witnesses had to seek medical treatment and or vomited into the night.
Wonder if something happened and they actually did, and I'm going to use air quotes, see something. There was some kind of chemical spill, because West Virginia is no stranger to a chemical spill.
Yes.
And it made them hallucinate.
It could have.
What if maybe that's what happened?
Maybe it was a meteor.
any kind of like gas or whatever can make you sick. So what if that's what happened?
Yeah, made them sick.
Yeah. So they were hallucinating because this toxic fumes were
I think
coming
that's
off.
very plausible. Now, the group reported this to their local law enforcement who investigated their claims. Now, these law enforcement officers, they saw, heard, nor smelled nothing, obviously. The next day, A. Stewart joined the investigation and said that they had found a 30-foot long skid mark and
in their underwear. In their underwear because they were scared. There was a 30-foot long skid mark
in my underwear.
They were so scared.
So scared. And it was, look at this. And it was a strange oily substance.
Well, there you go.
Mystery solved.
Mystery solved.
Mystery solved.
Yeah. Mystery solved. They were crapping on themselves.
Now, here's an excerpt from the local newspaper on this event. 7 Braxton County residents on Saturday reported seeing a 10-foot Frankenstein-like monster in the hills above Flatwoods. A National Guard member, 17-year-old Gene Lemon, was leading the group when he saw what appeared to be a pair of bright eyes in a tree. Lemon screamed and fell backward, the news account said, when he saw a 10-foot monster with blood-red body, green face that seemed to glow. It may have had claws for hands. It was hard to tell because of the dense mist. Now, one of the boys peed his pants, said John Gibson, a high school freshman at the time who knew them all. Their dog, Ricky, ran with his tail between his legs. So, that was the newspaper account. Now, on September 13th, just 12 days later from this incident, George and Edith, a couple traveling from Cincinnati, Ohio, back to New York, ended up being stranded on the side of the road between Gasaway and Frametown, where their car had died. While George was trying to figure out the issue, he began to smell what he described as a sulfuric smell. The smell even began to agitate their young baby who was traveling with them.
Because it's making it sick.
Being so far from the town, he was very reluctant to leave his wife and child to go and look for help. As he rolls down the window, the interior of the car filled with the awful smell, and he began choking and was sick. He gets out of the car and he starts vomiting. Now, about 200 yards away was a glowing spear-like shape. It floated in the air and seemed to glide.
And he then gets the 30-foot skid mark.
With the oily substance. He walked a bit closer and felt a quick zap. So he turns around and runs back to the car. Now, before he gets back to the car, Edith screams to the top of her lungs. He gets back in the car and he shoves Edith and the baby down into the floorboard of the car, and he's like kind of hovering over him, doing the dad thing. And he looks out the windshield and he sees this figure now standing in front of his car that looks like a man, but it has a reptilian head and a bloated body. And it reaches its spindly arm out, and it had bisected fingers, and slowly drags them across the hood of the car as if to be inspecting it.
Ew.
It then turns around and disappears in the woods. Later, when he looks at the hood of his car, there's like singe marks where it drug. Where's the photos? Whatever. Where's the photos? Like if it left cinch marks on the hood of your car, I mean.
I really appreciate that you sound exactly like me.
I know.
Because we're in what year?
65?
And it seems to me like they had cameras back then, right?
I think so. No, 52.
Still had cameras.
Yeah, still 52.
Still had cameras.
Yeah.
Still had cameras.
Anyhow, yeah. Okay. So, this thing disappears into the woods, and in a few moments, he says a globe of glowing light rises from the woods and takes off with a trail of bright light behind it. His car was able to start. Now, again, these sightings all happened at the height of Roswell, Sputnik, race to space era. So I just feel like this hype could have definitely been fueled by imaginations for sure with the whole
You know what is
space
it's
craze.
kind of crazy to me back then our government was like, there's no aliens, there's no aliens, there's no, and everybody was like obsessed with aliens. But now they're like,
there's aliens.
Last year, they're kind of like, there's probably aliens. And everybody is so numb to everything anymore, especially because the internet.
Yeah.
You see that and you're like,
Aliens.
just kind of like,
whatever.
aliens.
I'm just
That's
living my life.
the least of our worries right now.
It is.
Are aliens.
It is.
We're kind of just like, you don't see it. Nobody talks about it. Now that they're like, yeah, there probably is some aliens out there.
So we seen, I'm going to go off on a
I did see a blue light one time, I will tell you that.
Well, we were at the beach. We were at Myrtle Beach. Clinton, who were we with? Was it you all?
Oh, well, he just
we were all at the beach, and we were on the balcony. And there were 3 lights over the ocean.
Yeah. What beach were we at?
We were at Myrtle Beach.
Oh, okay.
And they were zipping back and forth.
Really?
Just zip. No, or was it Daytona? I don't remember what beach we were at. I think it was Myrtle.
Okay.
So we were looking out, and I recorded this on my cell phone because we had cell phones back then.
Yeah. You still have the recording?
So these 3, no. And you want to know why?
Typical.
No.
Okay,
listen,
go ahead.
I'm dead serious.
Okay.
There was these 3 lights, and they were in a triangle, and they kept zipping back really fast. Were they not? Were they not, Clinton? It was definitely a UFO, an identified flying object.
Clinton shook his head
100%.
Yes, agreeing with her.
So I recorded this. We posted this on my Facebook, and do you know that video is nowhere to be found? I can't find it anywhere.
It's because the government took it down.
The government took my UFO video down, and now I have no proof. Swear to God, honest story, honest engine. Clinton seen it. I mean, this is a legit UFO sighting. We seen these odd lights, took a video's gone, took down.
So I mean, I believe you saw something.
100%.
I've seen something before.
Again,
and I actually.
Was it alien? Probably not.
I will tell you another thing too. And Scott won't get over here and tell us about it, but he saw something too when he was a kid.
Ooh.
But you know, our old house that we lived at. Okay. We were there and one of our friends was there. I actually think there were several of us. We were having like a dinner or something, and there was like a bunch of people in the house. And I had walked outside on the porch, on that tiny little porch, to get some air. It was hot in the house. And over the hill, where the tree line was, I saw, because I was looking, and it was dead of night, and it was black outside. And I saw a blue light come up from the tree line. It was there for like 3 seconds. And I blinked and it was gone. And I never told anybody about it because I can't swear that it was there. It was like a flash. It was like a blink of my eye. And it was just gone.
Yeah. But I remember that. And I remember looking, and I went back on my Facebook server because I don't delete anything off my Facebook.
Yeah.
Cannot find that video. I've went every album, all the videos. It's gone.
It should come up on your memories.
No, nothing. It is nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found.
Mine happened in a split second. There was no way of recording. Like, it was just...
I mean, we were all standing there watching it, and these lights, I mean, it was definitely not a normal motion. Like, it was very quick, like you see, very quick, very sporadic. It was, and I remember recording, I was like, nobody's going to believe this. I bet there's several people, though, that's listening to this that have seen stuff also. Because 100%.
It doesn't mean that it's aliens. But now that our government says that there could be aliens, so maybe it was. Who the heck knows?
Again, UFO, unidentified flying object.
Yes.
That's what I think.
Also, you go ahead, but I do want to tell a story about me staying in a hotel this past week by myself. So go ahead, finish this story. But before you start the next one, I want to tell this story, and I want to tell you what my reaction was to the bartender at there.
Well, you go right ahead, because we're getting ready to lead into our next cryptid.
So we're done with this story?
No, we're not done with this story, but we got another cryptid or two left.
No, I mean, we're done
after the okay, I got
Flatwoods.
You. Okay.
We're done with the Flatwoods
monster.
Yes,
we're done with the Flatwoods monster.
Okay, so I was in Morgantown this week for work, and I stayed at the Hotel Morgan.
Okay.
Beautiful, beautiful. You walk in, it's like 100 years old. So when you walk in, if you look to your right, there's photos and stuff of like presidents, and there's like a handwritten note about the Hotel Morgan from Eleanor Roosevelt. Just super nice. You go to your left, everything is so unique, and it's gorgeous. You go over to the left, the best hospitality, the people were great. But if you want to order anything to eat, you have to go into the bar.
Okay.
So I go over to the bar, and I'm sitting at a table, and it's me and the cute little bartender. She was probably I'm going to say she's about 25 years old. She was talking to me, and we were just making small talk. And I was like, yeah, it's my first time in Morgantown. I've never been here before, mainly because I had no reason to, and I am a huge Marshall fan. So I'm not a WVU fan.
Right.
But she goes, oh, it's your first time here. And she starts telling me the history of this place. You know, it was built in 1924, and they're redoing some floors and all this stuff. And she goes, what floor are you staying on, or are you in? And I said, I'm on the 5th floor. And she said, oh, that's good, because this place is haunted. She said, this place is haunted, but there's only ever been sightings and recordings on the 3rd floor and the 7th floor. And I just kind of looked at her, and I thought, she doesn't know me and how scared I get of stuff like this. And I was alone. And I had to valet my car, so I couldn't leave. It was late at night. And she starts telling me, you know, that she has seen some stuff and all this stuff. And I just looked at her, and I was like, you don't know me. And I appreciate you telling me all of this stuff, because it's really interesting. And I know I'm on the 5th floor, and only things have happened on the 3rd floor and the 7th floor.
But you're between.
And I get that. But I know that there's no such thing as ghosts. But again, I'm alone. And I have never known of a ghost to be stopped by stairs or like an elevator or a wall. And I just looked there, and I'm like, I'm going to need you to shut this down right now. Or I'm going to sleep in my car in a parking lot in the middle of Morgantown. And she was like, oh, okay. And I was like, I'm afraid of everything, lady. So apparently I did not realize it when I made the 4-hour trek that I was in a haunted hotel. And when I tell you, because when I packed, I took me 2 bottles of Diet Sprite, 1 bottle of root beer, and I took my Cheetos because I didn't know like where anything was. And you know how I feel about a cheesy puff.
Yeah.
And so I'm sitting on the bed. Everything in that hotel room is white and beautiful, and my fingers are covered in orange. And I'm drinking root beer out of a wine glass. And I'm like, I'm going to go to sleep, and I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight. And I have to be at this meeting at like 8 o'clock in the morning, and I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight. And I had to take 3 melatonin, and I slept all night. It was really good sleep, and the hotel was great, but apparently it's haunted. But I did not see anything. And again, I feel like I did not see anything because, you know why I didn't see anything?
Because you weren't on the right floor.
No, because it's not real, Lisa, but it messed with me. It messed with me.
See, we could have had a good trip together. You should have called me, because I'd have been all up in that sucker.
I passed all those places. I was in Clarksburg. I was in Flatwoods. I went all through those places.
You just
at like
completely
90 miles an hour, just barreling down the interstate, because I was just like, I got there.
We could have done some amazing research.
I will say one thing. I am not against maybe us going to 22 Mine Road.
Let's go.
22, not tonight.
We coming, Mamie. We coming, Mamie.
Yeah, if you've watched the other episode, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, go watch Mamie Thurman. That's a good one.
Ellie
Keller.
Yeah. So, anyways, y'all stayed in a haunted hotel, and it's beautiful. And if you ever get a chance to stay, you should. Their pepperoni roll was, it was lacking, but we'll talk about that later. But all in all, the people were great. It was a great experience. But the place is haunted, and she told me that, and I was like, "Shut it down!" Like, shut up. I think I clapped too when she said, "I was like, shut it down."
You gave her the teacher, shut it down.
Shut it down. We're gonna shut it down.
That's funny. I'm really upset. Really upset. Now, that was briefly about the Flatwoods monster. Now let's talk about the Snarly Yow and the Snallygaster.
What?
The Snarly Yow and Snallygaster.
Say that 3 times fast.
No, ma'am.
Please.
Our last 2 cryptids both appeared in Appalachia around the same time. In the 1700s.
Appalachia, West Virginia, or Appalachia, just Appalachia?
Just Appalachia in general.
And while we're talking about it's Appalachia, not Appalachia.
Yeah, we don't say we don't say, and
you
like Appalachian mountains, that's no.
No, if you say Appalachia, I throw in Appalachia.
That's right.
That's right.
Appalachia. When German immigrants settled in the Potomac River Valley and in parts of Pennsylvania. So both cryptids are mostly a part of Maryland folklore, especially in the western part of the state, but they've been known to make their rounds in West Virginia and are generally interesting to learn about.
I hate that it's not just in Maryland, too, because I'll give Maryland down the road. I don't care about that state. Now, I love my state, so I won't say anything really harsh because I bleed blue and gold.
Yeah.
But not
But
for
you
football.
just told me that I was going to say.
Our colors are state colors, though.
I know.
So I really hate because I'd really give it down the road. But I'm not going to because I love me some West Virginia. Country roads, take me home. Go ahead.
Now, the Snarly Yow is described as being a phantom, dog-like creature.
I'm sorry. When you said Snarly Yow, I thought dog just because.
Snarly.
Yeah, just
snarly.
Yeah, snarly. That's what my dog does.
It's usually reported as having jet black fur, large paws, and glowing eyes, and a very red, snarling mouth.
Chupacabra.
The cryptid is labeled as a phantom because of its ability to appear and disappear into thin air, change its size, and be able to survive being shot and ran over.
Is that a shapeshifter? Is that a shapeshifter, Elisa?
Don't worry, because this cryptid seems only to haunt old roadways in small towns and challenge travelers that try to cross its path. But it doesn't hurt you because it ain't real.
Well, you know what would happen to me if I came across it, the Snarly Yow. I would have a 30-foot long skid mark
of oily substance. Oh, gosh, so funny.
I could not imagine. I don't believe in this stuff, so I can walk out, and I live like in the middle of the woods, and I don't have neighbors or anything. And I walk outside, and I'm not scared at all. Like, I'm never scared. When I tell you, I would drop dead.
You'd be like, I just seen this, just a Snarly Yow.
I just seen the Snarly Yow. I wouldn't tell anybody.
She's like,
I wouldn't tell anybody because I'd be dead.
So this cryptid's name is from
spit it out.
Germanic words that describe its whale, and because of the way that it shows its teeth.
Mm-hmm.
There are many folk legends around the world of ghostly black dogs and even mysterious black cats, especially in the British Isles. Now, it's not unlikely that the Snarly Yow is derived from that same folklore as immigrants moved and settled around the world. So, more than likely, it's just, migrated across the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
So, now let's talk about the snallygaster.
Oh my God.
I just like saying that word.
I do like that. Well, you know what? I want a T-shirt.
You know what?
That says Snarly Yow and the what?
Snallygaster.
And the snallygaster. That's what I want.
That's what we need to do on a Watch for Deer T-shirt.
I just want yes.
The snally. Oh my God.
It's impossible to say.
The snallygaster.
We do need a T-shirt that. We really do need a T-shirt
that would be
that
so
says
cute.
that.
I know.
Yes.
I love it. Okay. Anywho, where am I at? Okay. The snallygaster is described as a half reptile, half bird, chimera-like creature. It reportedly has giant wings, a metallic beak lined with razor-sharp teeth, and sometimes tentacles like an octopus. So this thing sounds to me like it's a Heinz 57.
Yeah.
According to folklore, the cryptid would swoop in and pick up its victim before carrying them away to suck its blood. Now, this to me sounds very much like the tale of the chupacabra.
Mm-hmm. I said that.
I know. It was said that the beast didn't like stars with 7 points, so stars were painted on barns to keep the beast away, and a lot of the stars are still painted on the barns in the area to this day.
Really?
Really?
Well.
Now, on February 12th of 1909, the Middleton Valley Register released its first front page headline on the snallygaster, reporting that the flying cryptid had been spotted in New Jersey, West Virginia, and Ohio, and they had even seen footprints of this beast in the snow in New Jersey. The stories were published until March of 1909 when it was revealed that the sightings were actually fake.
Mm-hmm.
All of the reports of the Snallygaster sightings started with a man named Thomas C. Harbaugh of Casstown, Ohio. He wrote a letter to the Valley Register in early 1909. Now, in this letter, he talked about a strange beast that flew over him, making terrible screeching noises, and mentioned that it was headed in their direction. He described the creature as having 2 huge wings, a large, horny head, and a 20-foot-long tail. However, it was revealed that Harbaugh was born and raised in Middleton, Maryland, and was a friend of George C. Roderick, the publisher and editor of the Middletown Valley Register. Harbaugh would write letters under various pseudonyms and under his own name in the Middletown Valley Register and some other local newspapers to help bring attention to the paper. Now, Roderick, Harbaugh, and journalist Ralph S. Wolfe were all in cahoots to help boost newspaper sales. And they had seen how well the story of the Jersey Devil's visit to New Jersey in January 1909 did. So in early February 1909, the reports started coming in saying people had seen the Snallygaster flying in Frederick County. The Cumberland Evening Times reported the first sighting of the cryptid in Middletown, and they also decided to capitalize on the tale of the Snallygaster.
When you were talking about that, I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but I actually thought Jersey Devil when you said Jersey and you were describing this.
Yeah, you were thinking
and
of
I
the
think
Jersey
they
Devil.
may have gotten a little bit more headway with the Snallygaster if they had picked a better name.
I like the Snallygaster. That's fun.
Have you heard of that before?
What?
The Snallygaster.
Never.
Have you heard of the Jersey Devil?
I have.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's the name. Like when you pick a name for something, if you're going to make something, no matter what it is, you need to pick a good name. And even though Snallygaster is a fun name,
yeah, it's fun.
We had trouble even saying it.
It's kind of like the baseball name. What was that we were talking about?
So Huntington, close to where we live, is getting a minor league baseball team because Marshall University is building a new baseball complex, and so the minor league team will be able to play there, the Appalachian League.
Yes.
And we were talking about some of the names, and these minor league names are really fun. Like, they're really fun. And one of the names...
Except the Mothman, or the Mothman.
Yeah.
That's
so
stupid.
Some of the names that they're considering are the Mothman, the Slaw Dogs, and one of them is the Booger Cats.
I love the Booger Cats.
I love the Booger Cats.
But the Buttered Biscuits...
Oh, that's the name too.
That's the Butter Biscuits.
I don't know if I like the Butter Biscuits. Like, I really think the Booger Cats.
I love the Booger Cat.
I love the Booger Cats.
I love it. The Dirty Birds and Booger Cats.
So the Dirty Birds is a Charleston minor league team, and I've been to their games before, and they're fun. And I am really excited about it.
I'm so excited
about it. And regardless, if I have a shirt that says the Slaw Dogs, the Butter Biscuits, but I really want one that says the Booger Cats.
I'm excited.
I mean, we can have a shirt that says the dirty birds and the Booger Cats. Like, that makes me happy.
I know. Kind of like a Snallygaster and a Yarly Wow.
We're having that shirt made.
I know. We're making it. Now, this fake news strategy was so successful that it allegedly caught the attention of the 26th president, Theodore Roosevelt, an avid hunter and naturist.
Did you?
I know you love Teddy,
So here
Samantha.
Here we go. My dog's name is Theodore Roosevelt. And did you know that Theodore Roosevelt's, and I just learned this week, that his wife died in childbirth on February the 14th, and then a couple hours later, his mother died.
That's sad.
The same day.
That's sad.
Yeah. I love me some Teddy Roosevelt. That man was crazy.
He was crazy. Well, a little more about Teddy. It's said that he was ready to delay his hunting trip to Africa so he could go hunt this beast until he learned the newspaper story was fake. Now, legend also states that the Smithsonian Institution offered a $100,000 reward for anyone who could capture this creature.
There's like $1 million. I don't know if there is somebody out there, and I've seen it several times. There is someone out there, and it's on the internet, and I'm sure I could find it. They are offering a $1 million prize, and it's been set up, I think, for years, like for 20, 30, 40 years. this man will pay you $1 million if you can prove the existence of ghosts. If you can prove that they exist. And not one time has anybody submitted anything that they've not been able to debunk it.
Yeah. Now, there are several other cryptids known in West Virginia. The Wampus cat or cattywampus.
Oh, why can't that be
that would be a good one.
The Wampus cat, the
cattywampus.
So I didn't know that was a thing. I always thought that if something was cattywampus, it was just crooked.
Crooked or odd shaped. That's what cattywampus means.
Right.
But this is the Wampus cat or cattywampus is said to have been a cross between a woman, likely a witch, and a mountain lion. Now we're going to go back to because we know Cherokee said, they were here. Mm-hmm. The Cherokee legend about the Wampus cat, or as they said, Ewa, is that it was actually a Cherokee woman who did not trust her husband. So she set out to spy on him during a hunt. Now,
even back then, women were stalking their husbands.
Yes. Yeah. We got eyes on you, boo.
That's right.
Eyes on you.
You are being watched.
You ain't going to cattywampus on us.
You don't need Life 365 for this. You can just absolutely follow them.
Absolutely.
Okay, go ahead.
She donned a pelt of mountain lion to disguise herself. Now, she got busted spying, and they forced her to wear the pelt forever.
So now women don't wear pelts, animal pelts. They put baseball caps on and big sunglasses.
That's right. And dye their hair or wigs.
That's right. And then you can't, and a wig, and you don't know who they are.
You don't know.
But back then they wore animal pelts.
That's right. Mm-hmm. See? I mean, not much has changed.
I just really feel like I need to say, you go, girl. You go, girl.
Now, it said after she died, she haunted as this ghostly Wampus cat or Ewa. Now, we, of course, also have our own very own version of Bigfoot, which we call the Yahoo.
We do?
It's called a Yahoo. There's also things called demon dogs and banshees. Now, banshees came from, the Celtic origin.
I'm not going to sit here and say that demon dogs maybe not be real, because you know how I feel about demons and the hounds of hell. I'm not going to say that.
Yep.
I'm not. I don't get into that stuff.
Demon dogs, banshees. There's other creatures that warn also of an impending death. There's been reports, especially up around Point Pleasant. This seems to be a very active area for all kinds of craziness.
Well, Chief Cornstalk.
It's the curse. It's the curse of the Great Spirit. There's been reports of flying manta rays in the air and transparent blobs that change their shape before disappearing. So I was reading this book. It's called Monsters, and I checked it out from the Libby app on the app and library, and that's where I got a lot of this information. But it was talking about these manta rays. These people are driving down Route 2, between Point Pleasant and Huntington. Mm-hmm. And that this big manta ray thing comes swooping in over their windshield.
Manta ray,
and it looks like a stingray. Like a stingray, a flying stingray. And then there had been reports of these blobs. They look like a cloud or like mist, mm-hmm. but they are kind of like a shapeshifter. So they're like stretching and moving really weird. Mm-hmm. I've not seen any of those.
You know why you've not seen them?
Because it's not real.
Because it's not real.
So that was fun. So what was your favorite cryptid story? What was your favorite?
The Flatwoods monsters, my favorite, just because I had seen pictures of it when I looked it up. I've seen it. So yeah, that one. I'm none of them are really my favorite, but I mean, if I had to choose, I'm going to go with Thunderbird.
I love Thunderbird.
But we didn't talk about that. So.
No, I like Thunderbird. Why they Thunderbird, Mothman, whatever. We're not going into that, but. Well, that's it. That's all we have today for the Cryptids of West Virginia. We hope you enjoyed it.
So, do you all believe in stuff like that? You should email us and tell us your story. And do it anonymously, and we'll read your, that would be so good.
I would love to get an anonymous story.
Do a podcast on
Just
people emailing us. You can do
sto-
it. And even if you don't do it anonymously, I won't say your name.
Yeah, unless you tell us, you can say your name.
Yeah.
So Morbid does listener tales.
Yeah.
And they're things about, I almost got kidnapped, I witnessed a murder, I almost died, and they're really fun. And that would be really fun to do. So if you have a story or a secret or something that you just want us to read.
Oh my God, a secret? That would be amazing. We could be
like, oh, what's her name in the papers?
Dear Abby.
Dear Abby.
Yeah.
Dear Abby.
Yeah. Dear Lisa. Dear Sammy.
Oh, dear. Like dear D-E-E-R. Oh my gosh. I threw an extra E.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. You need to email us, and you can do it anonymously. We'll never say who you are. I mean, I'm going to tell Elisa, but she's going to read it anyways. And you need to start it out with Dear, D-E-E-R, and do Dear Elisa or Dear Sammy.
Yeah.
And then tell us if you've seen any UFOs, because we have.
That'd be fun.
And, or a monster, or if you disagree with us, or you have something to add on here, or my God, if you have a secret and you want us to just talk about it, that would make
advice. We would love to give you advice because we are like
that would make my
that
day.
Would be really fun.
Yeah,
that would be really fun.
But if we don't get anything, we'll just keep with the true crime.
Yep.
So that'll be our next thing. One of the next things that's coming up is super exciting. I'm not going to say what it's about because I don't want anybody looking this up. I want them to hear it from us. And I'm the one that brought the story to Elisa, but I will tell you that something happened in West Virginia not too long ago. I mean, it's been within the last 100 years, but it's never happened again in the nation. And when we tell you this, you're going to say that there's no way this happened, but it's documented that it actually happened. And it has to do with a ghost.
She told me
it's
this.
a true crime murder.
I had to look it up immediately after she told me, so it is pretty interesting. So we're going to bring this one and we're going to present it together.
Yes.
So that's going to be a new spin, but we're going to present this one together as soon as we can get our ducks in a row.
I couldn't stop reading about it.
It's
so hopefully we can get.
I've never heard of it.
We can get that one this week because I really want to do that because I think people are going to be really interested in it, and I think they're going to want to do their own research on it because I'm sure there's more to it than what just we can present in an hour.
Oh, I'm sure.
So it is it's something, and I can't really believe that this happened. You know how I feel about ghosts, but it surely did happen, and it's unbelievable is what it is.
It is unbelievable. So let us know what you thought of this episode, and be sure to comment or email us with your requests. Now, if you haven't heard one that you have suggested, it's coming. You know, I've got a list. I've got a little, I call like a little black book. I got a little purple book where I list out everything that I'd like to do research. I try to dedicate enough time to these stories to be pretty thorough.
Well, so this one was just fun.
This was just fun. Yeah, with CryptiCon this weekend, and I thought this will be a fun, quick little episode. So some of these take some good research, so just be patient.
But the next one that we're going to do is the one I was just talking about. It will be true crime.
Yep.
And it's really unbelievable, but it's fact.
No, it's true crime / paranormal.
Ooh.
It's both.
Oh, it is both.
It's
the
both.
best of both worlds.
Yes.
But you should email us at watchfordeer.com or
watchfordeerpodcast.
watchfordeerpodcast.com.
@gmail.com.
@gmail.com.
Terrible.
I'm terrible at this. It's because I don't say it.
Here, read it.
Okay. Hold on. I'm going to read the ending for the first time. Hold on. Do I have to go back one?
Yeah, I'll go back one page.
Hold on. I'm going to read it to you. So if you have any stories or you would like to talk to us, please email us at watchfordeerpodcast@gmail.com.
Nice.
Follow us on Instagram at watchfordeerpodcast. Go like and follow our Facebook page, Watch for Deer Podcast. We also have stickers and decals, $5 or $7 if you need it shipped. We're saving these funds for some stationary mics, and I'm sure you guys can hear us occasionally hit the lapel ones, and we understand that there's an issue with uneven volume as well. Sorry, we're trying to do the best we can. If you have a complaint with that, I'm sorry. You buy us microphones.
Donations accepted.
Donations accepted. PayPal us some money. But you really do need to send us your stories of things that you've seen.
Please share with your friends. Like, follow, subscribe. We prefer you listen on Spotify so we can start monetizing, but you listen where you want to listen. But we all hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Y'all be safe.
Gobble till you wobble.
And watch for deer.